everyone, it's Morphin Mania time! I'm Captain Logan, and look, it's DJ Martinez, and it's time for more Turbo A Power Rangers series. Glyph Hanger is the title of our next episode. DJ, would you kindly read our plot synopsis on Netflix?
Sure thing. Divatox summons her ancient Egyptian ex-fiance. Didn't know she was...
How many of those does she have?
Battle the Turbo Rangers.
Okay, so
so she's been around since the pharaoh, like the Egyptian times.
Yeah. So is it an actual pharaoh? Is it like a pharaoh monster? And she was like almost married to a pharaoh monster, and then later she tried to marry a volcano. She has really poor taste in men.
Yeah, she has. She has a problem. She needs some help with her dating life.
Seriously. Well, thanks for watching live. If you're doing that right now, we decided to shoot some more of these live, so that's what we're doing right now. We won't necessarily always shoot live, but we're shooting a batch of these in front of a live internet audience right now. Hey, you guys want to see another figure from the board game that I painted? Now look, don't roll your eyes, okay? Because I know you're really sick of Tommy's. But I had a lot of fun painting this one. So here is Lord Draken. There's my Lord Draken.
Oh, sweet. Good job on the green and gold. Looks
yeah,
nice.
Thanks, man. I went with the whole metallic look for this one. Bought some metallic paints, and I've been using those for some of these. And this one I dry brushed black to give it kind of a little bit of a dirtier sort of look. Makes him look a little bit more sinister and evil, I think. So yeah, that's one of my better Ranger figures, I think. Nice. In the game, he plays as a boss, but he paints like a Ranger. Anyway, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but yeah. So there's another one of those.
I mean, it looks fantastic. It probably looks even better when we can't see all the details. So.
Or maybe it looks worse, so you don't know. Like, it could be really sloppy, but you can't tell because my webcam's not, the best thing in the world.
That's true. Well, either way, it looks great.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get right into this. Make sure you're watching episode 10 of Power Rangers Turbo, unless you just don't want to watch Power Rangers Turbo. And, I mean, I sympathize. But if you're going to watch along with us, and we encourage you to do that if you're going to listen to us ramble on and do whatever it is we do here, get it to timestamp 0 and get ready to press play when I say now. Here we go. DJ, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you good? All right, here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
Oh, it's an obelisk.
You can't do that, or I'm thinking, like, I'm blue, da-ba-dee, da-ba-da, da-ba-dee. So listen up, here's... Yeah, I mean, that's not my favorite X-Men movie, but it at least has more production value than this.
Not much.
I don't think that's true. Oh. Okay, well, I think you have Stargate somewhere in the middle too. I think you have this on one end, Apocalypse on the other end, and the Stargate's like right in the middle.
Okay, so is Adam just playing an ancient? Is this actually supposed to be ancient, or is it another play like the 50s play?
I'm gonna assume this is yet another play, but I can't tell yet. And if it is,
you did a round-off backflip up onto the step. That was pretty sweet.
Well, let me say, if this is a play, then Zordon needs to recruit more Power Rangers, because you got all these people that are able to do all these amazing flips and stunts and things.
I think this is actually supposed to be ancient. In the middle of Angel Grove Park.
I guess we're going to find out here in a minute. And then I'm like, is that Rita's staff?
This looks like the performance you see when you go to Universal Studios at the Harry Potter world.
Oh, especially given what we... You said that just as a glitter explosion happened. That's amazing.
Well, if you go there, they have the wizards that are like doing their staff performance. I gotta take you to Universal.
Yeah, see, it is a play. I knew it.
Fantastic. Well, that was awesome. Who are those people? Adam should be hanging out with them. They're much cooler than the rest of the Rangers.
Much cooler. Wasn't he in the last thespian thing we had with everybody in the 50s?
Quite the actor.
Yeah. Well, at least he has like character traits, sort of. Like, at least he has interests. Yeah, that's good.
He definitely got into it after high school, though, because he wasn't He wasn't that type at all in last season or season 3. He was like a quiet, shy kid.
That'd be a pyramid phobia. Michael says Power Rangers is the king of WTF openings.
Oh yeah, we're still in the teaser. We haven't even got to the thing yet.
Yeah, every time we press play, I want to start rocking out to the theme song, but I gotta sit through a teaser first.
That's right. Well, it makes
they got
it
all
more...
Star Trek about it. We gotta have a teaser every time. That line is awesome.
In 97, wow.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was great. She goes, if you're not watching, she goes. Oh man, that was really good. Sorry, I got distracted.
She goes, there's always
what was it now? Yeah, something.
Revenge.
Oh yeah, no matter how politically incorrect. That's what it is. Yeah. I got it confused with the con line from it. I was like, I was gonna make a revenges.
It was that good of a line.
It wasn't that good, but I was gonna do the revenges of the Ishbesser of Cold line, and then suddenly it was a good line, and I was like, oh my god, that's a good line. Good job, Stephen J. Weller. Stephen Murphy just wrote "Cancel Diva Talks."
Wow, and I love that. I love that he talks about eating monkey brains right after they make a politically correct joke.
So I'm gonna, yeah, that's really fun. I'm gonna assume that Diva Talks, the reason you needed therapy was because the guy you tried to marry doesn't have a face that moves.
Oh man, he looks like, what is that? He's got a monocle?
Why do you know about the Turbo Rangers?
Yeah, they're
like an ancient pharaoh guy. Like, why would you even know about that?
It would be cool if he was like expecting the they would never do something this cool, but if he was expecting the Zeo Rangers.
So I'm never gonna learn, am I? I'm still asking questions while watching this show.
You'll never get answers, sir. Does it? This wreck production of Egyptian...
This outdoor, like, $10 production of some silly Egyptian play?
See, don't do this, though. I don't like this, because they're not supposed to look like costumes. They're supposed to look like monsters. And he's mistaking it for a costume. That means in-universe they look so...
Well,
they look just...
I'm of two minds about it, though, because... they're also playing it like that Pharaoh guy would almost not recognize that he's not in a stage play set, right? And so
yeah, but
all this stuff is supposed to look that good. So it's like everything they built is as good as the monster suits from their perspective. So I can kind of see it. But I see what you're saying.
If he thinks it's just a costume, then why does everybody who sees a monster not just think it's... Why do they like freak out like last episode? Go monster! Like
all the regular signs are being turned into Egyptian hieroglyphs that don't look like... Okay, those look like Egyptian hieroglyphs. That's really funny.
Wow.
This episode's getting a little bit inventive for this show so far.
This is like some of those fun season 3 episodes.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Show, like the mystery and stuff.
Where you can tell that the writers are already really bored with this material and they've got to come up with a way to amuse themselves.
I mean, how do you not get bored with cars, like, super fast? Especially because none of the monsters can be related. Except for the taxi guy from, like, season 2.
Tom says, why is his staff the same one from the play? Because they're just that accurate with their history. And when they build that outdoor set... They know everything about Egyptian history, 100% accurate.
I want to know why we didn't know that the pharaohs look like monsters in the history. Did they decompose in their tombs and we thought they were just regular people?
That's actually a really good point, yeah. Maybe that was the only monster pharaoh.
Okay.
And why don't you say, like, he came from space or something? Like, he's clearly an alien guy. Was that humanity back in the day and we just didn't realize it?
Yeah, Divatox is from, like, a pirate planet. Why can't he be from, like, an Egyptian planet?
Yeah, especially because we often use aliens to explain the pyramids and Egyptian stuff. This is actually really fun.
Just so much cooler if he was his race was the one that gave the pyramids to the Egyptians and all their, like, religion came from that race of things.
Stephen Murphy says, "You're still a monster with above average strength. You're not entirely powerless."
Yeah, why is he kneeling down and asking Divatox for, like, help? So ominous. Oh
it's really fun that they've got to build all these signs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. It's funny because I...
See here, young man. Who wrote that line? That poor actor who had to deliver that.
I don't know, but I love the way he delivered nonsense. He also looks like he's trying really hard not to crack up.
I would be. See here, young man.
See here, young man. Oh, that's amazing.
Next time my son, like, acts out of line. See here, young man.
That is my new favorite extra in Power Rangers, I think. All these... And these kids don't realize it's a monster either.
Oh, I want to talk about this real quick.
Kids always suck in these early shows.
The kids don't even think he's scary. Come on!
I think at least they're not being dubbed again.
I love that everyone in Angel Grove just knows karate, even though the juice bar is not even, like, a major place anymore.
Well, if you think about it, the 10 o'clock news would be an accidental karate seminar every evening.
You know, that's interesting. And what if, like, if it was a lot more popular in that city because the Power Rangers are always using it?
I think karate would be a lot more popular in the world. I mean, that did happen in real life when Power Rangers got popular as a fictional property.
That's true.
So I've seen a lot of like this is kind of a standard story to do in a lot of genre shows where you'll have characters who suddenly are speaking gibberish and can't like communicate with each other. And now this seems like a really minor version of that. We're just we have this really minor inconvenience of all the signs are unreadable. It's not really causing any major problems. Everybody knows what all the signs are supposed to say. They're just in Egyptian now.
Yeah, they're just, like, mildly upset about the inconvenience of it.
Yeah, Steven, you make a really good point. He says, seriously, getting beat up by kids, you've hit a new low, dude. Like,
yeah, this might be
is supposed to be... Yeah, and he's supposed to be an ancient pharaoh that, like, ruled Egypt. I'm assuming he ruled Egypt. He's a pharaoh. But his name is just Pharaoh? Like, he doesn't have a name. He's just Pharaoh. Like, that's his name.
This is like Rito and Goldar Season 3 bad.
Yeah.
Of a monster. Bumbling.
But he's even more generic than that.
Oh, hey, Tommy's in this episode. Tommy hasn't been doing anything. In lots of episodes.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen with this Pharaoh? He's going to become Bulk and Skull's slave, but while they're monkeys. Like, that's how far he's going to fall.
Mr. Peabody.
Well, that voice is a choice, buddy.
You're hiding for yourself, but you forgot to take it home.
You're not Doc Brown, dude.
Hey, he had his 10 seconds to shine.
I know you're not a Back to the Future guy, but that was actually a pretty spot-on impression of Doc Brown from Back to the Future. What you were doing was really close.
I'm really good at things, at like referencing things that I've never seen.
Doing things you've never seen. You gotta finally sit down and watch the Back to the Future trilogy. Jason and I actually just went through that, and we're doing a video for Father and Son on that. It'd be a good time to watch them.
There you go. I also accidentally did a really good Luigi from Cars impersonation the other day. My wife was like, wow, that was really good. Okay.
But Marty, after we beat the Pharaoh, we've got to go back to the future!
He's trying to do that old man thing where he's like, in the first place.
Steven, you're hilarious, man. Good thing I found this and nobody else was in that empty cul-de-sac because nobody else lives in this neighborhood.
Give this guy a show.
Replace Stone with this guy. This guy should have been the scientist in space that Bulk and Skull are hanging around with. It should have been this guy.
Oh, yeah. I think that guy's hilariously over the top too.
Divatox is making a lot of kind of semi-pop culture references this season. Like, you don't say meddling kids, and you're not thinking of Scooby-Doo. Like, that's where that comes from.
Yeah. So I want to talk about this for a little bit. A while ago, Stussy said apparently the Turbo Sentai was the parody/comedy season of Sentai, meant to contrast the serious military Zeo Sentai, which I think is an amazing point because we cannot adapt the comedy seasons.
No, we don't know how to
Alien
do it.
Rangers, the Kaku Ranger was a comedy season, and everyone hates Alien Rangers. And Ninja Storm also. A lot of people don't like Ninja Storm because it's too much about the comedy. Like, I think it's something about the difference between our cultural comedy and like we can't adapt it. It doesn't work.
Well, first of all, I don't
not
think
good
you're
at
right that everybody hates Alien Rangers. Most people I talk to are kind of like us, where they at least remember it really fondly. But also,
Oh, really, I've only heard people like say, ugh.
But also, I think when you're watching Turbo, you can kind of tell that it was a comedy season, and we're trying to do comedy with it. Like, at least we're it's not good, but we're taking a step in the right direction, and then at least we're kind of adapting it as a comedy season. We're just not good at the comedy. And
yeah,
the Alien Rangers, I don't think you can tell was a comedy, looking at what we did with the footage.
yeah, we took so little footage from it.
With maybe the exception of our trying to make Hydro Hog like a scary bad guy. That was a mistake. Oh, thanks, Steven. He says, I haven't been watching this at all beforehand. Us either. I'm just watching this on a whim with you guys. It's interesting to do. Because if you're watching it, my impulse is to stream it with you guys. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, that's why we live stream. It's just fun. I
really missed live streaming this, and now that we're doing it again, I really want to keep doing it this way. It's just, we were only able to find like little 20-minute chunks, and we didn't want to stream that way because we couldn't give people any lead time on it. And like, we didn't give you lead time tonight because we wanted to surprise you with it, but also we're streaming for a couple of hours at least. So
yeah, I mean, it's so weird. I've got to this point because we've been live.
What is this
so
song?
It's like,
what is this song?
Time is ticking.
Turbo time! It's time for Turbo! It's Turbo time! Oh, this is bad.
What is this?
Well, it's clearly the same group that made the Turbo song in the first place.
This
like,
part,
it sounds like that.
Familiar.
Oh, you know what it is? You know, it's those guys that did Go Gold Ranger. It's exactly that voice. Like. Yeah.
Watch out, danger, he's for real.
Yeah, they're doing that song again, only worse. It sounds like a really bad remake of that song. They're ripping themselves off.
Oh, he's good at fighting rangers, just not at fighting children.
Watch out, Turbo, it's for real.
Is the idea that he needed his staff, like he was completely useless until he got his staff? He's like Thor.
I think so, yeah. Or he's like every godlike being in the original series of Star Trek, where it's like, well, they're like gods, except they have like this machine over here they're hoping you don't notice, that if you shatter, they got no powers.
Whoa.
I'm having this thing lately where every time a monster gets big, I wonder if we're actually going to call them Megazords, because we've had too many episodes where we just don't for no reason.
Because they don't need them. These monsters are so lame.
Wouldn't that have been the ultimate insult for this pharaoh? It's like, you know what? This pharaoh guy who, like, ruled Egypt? Pretty easy.
Well,
I don't think we need the
a couple episodes
Megazord.
ago, they, like, fought him with their bare hands. Like, they didn't even... They just,
and
like,
a kid
jumped up
kicked
and
him in the
punched
shin and he fell down.
Oh, I like that they have keys, like the original power crystals from Mighty Morphin.
Well, especially because it's a car show, so...
Yeah, but they do it the same way. They go like, wee-ching.
No. Where they do this, and then, yeah. Except remember in Mighty Morphin? It was like this. 2, 1! They always had to say that before they put it in. Well, those are random places for explosions on your Megazord.
Hey, a night fight.
Oh, that's awesome!
Fights. So cool.
Wow.
It's like fire and everything.
Yeah, the fire breath is awesome. Oh, okay, so this was a cool monster in that show, but not in this episode.
No, this is awesome. Like breaking buildings.
Dude, all the Sentai stuff has been so good in this show.
Yeah. That's
like
why
they've been so inventive in the action this season.
I kind of don't get that that it's a comedy season because all the stuff that we take from them is really epic.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, maybe I should go back on what I said earlier. Maybe I should rescind that because I said like it's pretty clear that it's a comedy season like in the Sentai, but we keep talking about how epic these fights are.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything that was goofy. I mean,
I guess I'm just
monsters.
any goofier than your average Power Ranger show or your Sentai show. I guess I'm just saying that because we went comedic with it.
Yeah,
maybe they did the same thing. Maybe it's really uneven. Where their human stuff is really funny, and then they do these really epic fight sequences, and maybe their season was really uneven, just like this is.
Maybe so.
I don't know, because I haven't seen it. We are threatening to eventually do some Sentai on Morphin Mania.
Yeah, maybe so.
We won't do an entire season. We'll cherry pick some stuff, sample stuff, yeah. And I don't think we should do all pilots either. I think we should just sample like an episode or two of each show.
When you were here at my house, we just popped on an episode of Kako Ranger, and it was like really good. It was great. We just picked a random one.
That was a lot of fun. But there was something in that we made fun of really hard, and I can't remember what it was, but it was really funny.
It was like pretty dark. It was like kidnapping children or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we were making fun of. We were just like, why were children allowed to watch this?
Oh, there's a detonator in this one. I think that's like their thing. I think every episode there has to be a detonator.
Okay, so it's not the bomb trilogy. It was just the bomb and a moving vehicle trilogy.
It's the detonator quantilogy.
John Ty, well, the buildings in most Power Ranger shows are empty when they grow big. Yeah, like in BVS.
Yeah, you didn't hear Demetrius say to Alpha 6, all the people have been evacuated?
So when the Pharaoh came in, he said that it looked exactly like where he was from. Did you know that they built? Yeah, and also and there was a clipboard there too, an ancient Egyptian clipboard. But did you know that they built their cities out of particle board or on the back of particle board? Did you know that? In Egypt, they built all their cities on the back of particle board.
Oh yeah.
Stussy says we should do the Sentai movie that the Megaforce Legendary Battle is based on. That's actually a really good idea. I would like to see that.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
If it was streamable, that will be harder to get our hands on. It's more recent.
Yeah.
Because Shout Factory has streaming all the way up to, I forget now, in the middle of the Disney seasons. These guys should be our new Bulk and Skull, where we just have like crappy beatnik poets.
Well, they're trying to decipher.
Or I guess they're art critics,
painting. Yeah.
But they could be beatnik poets.
This poor guy, man. When he came in, he got to be like a detective and doing cool. He got to be like the hard straight man police guy, like the police chief. And Bulk and Skull were the goofy ones. Now he gets like pies in the face every episode.
Oh man, I missed the credits. I didn't get to see the bloopers this time.
I did too, because Netflix sucks.
But to be fair, you're right about that, but weren't we dropping like paint and water on his head pretty quickly though?
I don't know. I know, yeah. When they became cops, they started doing that kind of stuff, but
the worst is mustard in the face. In the Turbo movie?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think that was the turning point where it just started getting ridiculous.
yeah. Relative to what we're watching. Anyway, well, once again, my review is the Sentai stuff was awesome, but we were more creative on our side this time. We didn't do anything with the glyphs. It was just, oh, look, all the signs are different. Okay.
Oh, no!
It didn't seem to even mildly inconvenience anyone. Like, you know what I thought we were going to do? I thought it was going to mess up traffic. I thought, oh, no, we can't read the stop sign!
Yeah, it didn't do anything, and nothing they have done has ever tied into... Like, the plots never mesh in this season at all.
No, Tom, the Rangers don't know they're monkeys, and neither does Stone. No one knows that that's Bulk and Skull. And no one's looking for Bulk and Skull either.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
It's really sad. This is like a tragic season.
No one has even been paged about Bulk and Skull. They don't care. Well, anyway, thanks a lot for watching Morphin Mania, everybody. If you're watching live, we're going to shoot some more, so feel free to stick around. If you're watching after the fact, we'll see you again in a couple of days. And you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for watching once again. I was Captain Logan.
And I Was DJ.
It's DJ Bugsy. I always forget to do the driving thing. I cannot get into the theme of the season. I just can't get into it. I'm trying.
I don't know what it is. It's like 1, 2, like this or something. We should actually watch when they morph. We haven't done that.
Yeah, because we never got Zeo quite down either. We always just kind of messed around and then eventually got there.
I don't even remember Zeo at this point.
Well, it's like 19 moves. Like, and then they do the Macarena, and then anyway. All right. Well, we'll see everybody again really shortly. Later, folks.